got to get going as well.
Why'd the music stop?
Before we go back to Prince, I'd like to meet up with Hansel and Gretel if possible.
Oh, and by the way, Prince is Cinderella's nickname for us, the protagonist commander.
Siren? Oh! Do you know where Hansel and Gretel are?
Well, Siren?
Well...
Little Siren? Don't hold out on us.
What's wrong? Did something happen to them? If you're intent on fighting alongside Hansel and Gretel, then perhaps it might be better not to go looking for them.
Say what now?
What? What do you mean? Hansel and Gretel are no longer on humanity's side.
What? You said what? Oh, come on. That's the ending? What up, y'all? Dino Striker here, and in this video, we will be covering a different type of video today. We will be doing a video about the fate of Hansel and Gretel from Nikke, Goddess of Victory, their second anniversary event, Unbreakable Sphere. And just as a BTW, this is a video about characters in the Goddess of Victory Nikke game, an amazing game for plot and world building, among other characters. So here are the three theories that we have regarding the fates of Hansel and Gretel. Well, alrighty. Well, let's just start off with who are Hansel and Gretel? Well, dear viewer, Hansel and Gretel are two members of the Old Tales squad from the Old Tales event, as in the Nikke second anniversary event with Cinderella. Hansel and Gretel are two blue-haired twin Nikkes created by Abe, just like their squad mates. However, the thing is, they were made unofficially and for an unofficial, unknown reason. Was Abe trying to save the lives of two survivors by turning them into Nikkes? Not just any Nikkes, but Grimm's model Nikkes. Or was Abe just bored and wanted to make two Grimm's models Nikke out of two random volunteers? What we know for sure is Hansel and Gretel are the youngest, at least mentally, out of the Old Tales squad, and were part of the reason why Cinderella was able to defeat the Rapture Queen at the end of the Old Tales event. Hansel and Gretel were last seen, before this opening clip by the way, falling from space back down to Earth with fates unknown. Until now. Since we all know that Nikke likes to adapt from classic fairy tales, or especially the Grimm's Tale version of fairy tales, let's take a look at what happens in the Grimm's Tale version of Hansel and Gretel. In the Brother Grimm's version of Hansel and Gretel, it follows two siblings, Hansel and Gretel, abandoned in the forest by their impoverished parents. They stumble upon a house made of candy, only to discover that it belonged to a wicked witch who lures children in to eat them. The witch locks Hansel in a cage, planning to fatten him up for her next meal, while she forces Gretel to do chores. However, Gretel cleverly tricks the witch and pushes her into a blazing oven, killing her. The children then escape, taking the witch's treasure with them, and find their way back home, where they reunite with their father and live happily ever after. And that's how the story ends. After Gretel pushes the witch in the oven, the witch gather the witch's treasure and escape. They manage to find their way back home, reuniting with their stepfather. That was to reiterate, by the way. So, where does this leave things with the Nikke version? How will Shift Up adapt this tale? Theory 1. They got corrupted. How could this have happened? Why is this likely? Could a resurrected heretic Red Shoes have corrupted them even after she got killed by Cinderella in the Old Tales event from the second anniversary? Red Shoes was the closest elder Old Tales member to the twins, Hansel and Gretel. assuming that Little Mermaid is around the same age as them, meaning they, as in treated by like one of the kids of the squad, just like the twins, in the perspective of Cinderella, Abe, and Red Shoes. What could this mean? This could mean that she could easily manipulate Hansel and Gretel into accepting the corruption, and this could be considered why Hansel and Gretel could be considered not on humanity's side. But also, why is this not likely? Let's play devil's advocate here. If it was the fact that Hansel and Gretel got corrupted and turned to the side of the Raptures, Little Mermaid would probably have been a bit clearer if she saw the twins get corrupted. Like if she saw it herself, she would have been a lot more clear in the big reveal. Also, the twins and Little Mermaid probably split ways after they crashed and reunited at some point, and then they split. But before the Mudfish side story. So, another hole in this theory is, why would Little Mermaid make Bubble SOS dolls of the twins as well as everybody else if she knew they were on the same side as the Raptures? Here's the second theory. Hansel and Gretel willingly joined the side of the Raptures. Why is this a likely event? Could a resurrected heretic Red Shoes have persuaded them? Again, the twins liked Red Shoes and would have trusted Red Shoes if left to their own devices, without the interference of Cinderella, Abe, or Little Mermaid. They did see Red Shoes as a big sister and were possibly even closer to her, Red Shoes, rather than Cinderella. And if Red Shoes is alive and a heretic, she could potentially manipulate Hansel and Gretel into joining her alongside the Raptures and becoming fellow heretics. And this could be a reason why Hansel and Gretel could be considered not on humanity's side. But what's the plot hole in this little theory here? Again, Little Mermaid would have been a lot clearer if she saw the twins join the Raptures and betray her. And also, why would Little Mermaid have made SOS dolls of the twins if she knew they were on the same side of the Raptures? Not to mention, near the end of Old Tales, Hansel and Gretel do know that Red Shoes is a traitor who ruined Cinderella's life during the Old Tales event. And another thing is, could this be how Shift Up adapts the Grimm's tales of Hansel and Gretel? By having Hansel and Gretel escape the clutches of Red Shoes, who would be the evil witch, and in this case, kind of evil stepsister. And now, here's the third theory. And probably the most likely one out of the bunch. They decided to be a third party, wary of humans or the Ark. Kind of like Dorothy in that sense. Why is this a likely theory? Well, let's take a look at something else real quick. Something that Nikkei loves to base its lore off of sometimes. The Grimm's Tales. And in the Grimm's Tales of Hansel and Gretel, Grimm's Hansel and Gretel did escape a witch's house and ran off with the witch's money after the witch tried to cook them, and the twins barely escaped with their lives. The way I could see Shift Up adapting this tale would be if the twins went through the same process as Abe, as in they got experimented on by Ark researchers and barely escaped with their lives, just like Abe did.
Nikkei! It's a Nikkei! What are they doing on the surface? That's right. They can't live underground forever. Cinderella, wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
It's an outdated mass-produced Nikkei. I'm surprised it's still functional. Weren't these made before the Ark was built? Let's open it up.
Let me... I'm Ave! I developed the second-generation Grimm's models! Ugh. You can ask your higher-ups!
What are these Grimm's models you're talking about? We have no records of anything like that. Maybe she's gone a bit stir-crazy from being up on the surface for too long. I suppose that could happen, even if her nymph is still intact. We should check that too.
Hey! Stop!
Let's check the exterior first, then the interior. Everyone, get ready. No issues with the exterior. None with the interior either. Seems to be nothing more than an old, outdated relic. I say we send it back up on the elevator and pretend nothing happened. I thought this thing might contain some lost technology that could turn us a profit, but apparently not. Forget it. Let's go get lunch.
Cinderella. It hurts. My face. It's ruined. My face. Can't talk properly.
So, what could be next for Cinderella, Little Mermaid, and the rest of Old Tales? What could this mean for humanity? Will Cinderella, Grave, and Little Mermaid, aka Siren, choose to rendezvous with the protagonist commander encounters after hearing Little Mermaid's big reveal about Hansel and Gretel? If so, this would be safer. They can discuss with the commander encounters about what to do next and how to handle/rescue Hansel and Gretel. This is a bit of a out of lore kind of sort of breaking the fourth wall reason why, but after how Little Mermaid's bond story and advice sessions didn't show the interactions between the commander and Little Mermaid, I want to see what happens with Little Mermaid interacting with the counters and the protagonist commander. Like, how will interactions play out? How will conversations play out? You know, things of that nature. And if Cinderella, Grave, and Little Mermaid don't choose to rendezvous with the protagonist commander and counters until after trying to meet up with Hansel and Gretel despite Little Mermaid's warning, this could be more dangerous. If Heretic Red Shoes is responsible for this, then this could lead to the remainder of Old Tail Squad being led into a trap and turned into heretics, except maybe Cinderella because she's immune to corruption now. But I guess another positive would be, would this lead to better chances of Cinderella and company persuading Hansel and Gretel to reconsider, to rejoin the side of humanity? This is an event that we'll probably get answers to in the Nikkei 3rd year anniversary event. Or sometime in the nearby future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Dynamic Striker, a member of the Duelist League and an avid fan of Nikkei, saying, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you all next video. See you guys later, Commanders.